So I'm gonna get started. I'm just gonna introduce myself first. I'm Laura. I'm gonna be talking about puzzles today. I'm from Maryland. I'm an incoming freshman at CMU, Carnegie Mellon, studying computer science, and school starts tomorrow for me. So anyone out there that has the same thing happening to them, let me know. So yeah, do you guys want to introduce yourselves a little bit? Joy.
Yeah, so I'm Joy. I'll be handling who's entering and exiting the meeting today. Not really exiting. If you guys want to leave halfway through, that's fine. But if you do come in back through the waiting room, that's me letting you in. I'm an incoming freshman at Caltech, and I don't start for like another month. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think part of inteGIRLS is also teaching you guys how to do puzzles and getting you guys oriented with just like the puzzling structure and all that. So I'm really glad that we can provide you guys with this opportunity. And Laura is amazing, and her puzzle presentation is incredible. So I'm sure you guys will have a great time today. And yeah, so Julie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Julie. I'm a rising junior in high school, also in DC area. And I've been so excited about this upcoming puzzle hunt. And I've learned a lot about puzzles. We've been competing even more in puzzle hunts since last time. And yeah.
Yeah. At some point this summer, I thought I was doing like a puzzle hunt every week, which is interesting. I'd love to know where everyone is from. So just like put in the chat, like where you're from, maybe, yeah, like just put where you're from. That would be nice. Houston, California, nice. Guatemala, Missouri, Arkansas, in Greece, Ohio, Ukraine. Wow, we really have people from everywhere. So this is really cool. Okay, so yay, love seeing where everybody's from. I'm gonna start sharing my screen and we're gonna move to the presentation. Here we go. Present. Can everybody see the presentation? I guess it's loading right now, so give it a second. Okay. Yes. All right. So, I guess it's the beginning. So we're going to be doing inteGIRLS Puzzle 101 today. And I'm just going to be going over some like basic puzzling techniques, things you might need to look out for in a puzzle. And we're going to be doing a couple of different kind of short puzzles together and seeing how that works out. And yeah, let's start. So what is a puzzle? If you guys have any ideas, feel free to unmute, say your idea, or put it in the chat. What do you think is a puzzle? Oh, very weird. Okay, here. A mystery to be solved, a problem that takes a few steps to solve, conversation between crafter and solver, clever way to talk about an answer. Yeah, I really like all of these. So yeah, a puzzle can be any of these things. Something that makes you think. Yeah, at its core, I would hope. All right, so what is a puzzle? What is a puzzle? And in this context, it's going to be in a puzzle hunt. A puzzle is typically inspired by day-to-day activities and like games. Like when I'm writing puzzles, I usually think about things that I'm interested in, shows, video games I might like to play. I know there's a lot of Pokemon puzzles out there because of that. And colors, things that you see around you, things like that. So they're typically inspired like that. They require you to think logically and critically to break down and solve. So they usually have multiple different components that you need to take apart, or a couple of steps that connect to each other. And yeah, so you have to figure out what to take. So type of puzzle in a puzzle hunt is they don't tell you the directions. It's not like a typical puzzle where like a jigsaw puzzle where you know that you have to just put the pieces together. In a puzzle from a puzzle hunt, usually part of the puzzle is figuring out what you need to do. So they won't tell you what to do. And then yeah, it can involve some of your typical types of puzzles, crosswords, Sudokus, jigsaws, and word searches, things like that. They can all be a part of a normal puzzle, but there will probably be a twist to it. All right. So yeah, and finally, this is pretty key for a puzzle hunt, is that answers are usually words or short phrases. So sometimes people get confused when they're doing a puzzle from a puzzle hunt and they try to put in like things that they find from the puzzle. But usually when you reach the answer, you'll kind of know because it's usually just a word or a short phrase of some sort. All right, so parts of a puzzle. So this is from our puzzle hunt guide, which is on our website. And this is kind of what breaks down what a puzzle is. So there's a title, and it's the name of the puzzle. It can be a clue for what the puzzle is about, and like what you might need to do in the puzzle. So sometimes they might put things like rhyme in the title, and then you'll realize, oh, later on in the body of the puzzle, you have to figure out some sort of rhyme. And flavor text is usually the most, one of the most important parts of the puzzle, because the flavor text is kind of what will tell you what to do to the rest of the puzzle. It kind of gives you the directions, but in a way that is not straightforward. So you kind of need to like pick and choose things from the flavor text. And the body of the puzzle is the puzzle, you know, that's what you're solving. All right. So in puzzles, I'm going to be talking about just like a few things that we should go over before we start puzzling. So you need to look out for weird words, awkward phrasing. This is in the flavor text. So like if something's bolded out or some sort of word doesn't fit, that probably has something to do with what you need to do. All right, patterns. So you can count items, try to match the number to other puzzle elements. Think about multiple different approaches. This is what makes having a team maybe better. So you can like approach a puzzle from a couple different directions and kind of figure out what you need to do, because sometimes there's a couple ways to interpret things. And yeah, so what is a puzzle hunt? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of just a collection of puzzles, usually with a shared theme or a story of some sort. And a lot of puzzle hunts also have a meta puzzle, which connects all the other puzzles. I know in our last hunt, we didn't have one, but in our next hunt, you can expect to see some meta puzzles. So we're going to be going over what exactly those will look like a little bit later in the presentation. All right. Yes, we will have meta puzzles. Yeah. So yeah, let's try a puzzle now. So this is actually going to be the puzzle that was our sample puzzle last year. And we're going to be putting out a couple more sample puzzles for this year a little bit later, I think. But yeah, this is the sample puzzle from last year, table of contents. So table of contents is the title. Flavor text is good chemists like Marie Curie can connect the dots and look at the big picture. And the body of this puzzle is just this, like all these elements, right? So this is a really standard looking puzzle. There's title, there's flavor text, there's a body. I don't know if all of you have done this puzzle already before or not, but you can like put your ideas in chat of what you think we should do. What you might think we should do first. Connect the dots and look at the big picture. Yes. So here we are. Good chemists like Marie Curie can connect the dots and look at the big picture. So the important part of this flavor text is to connect the dots. And yeah, look at the clue words, the title, the connection between the words of field of chemistry and Marie Curie. Exactly. So the title of the puzzle was called Table of Contents, and it was alluding to the periodic table. periodic table of elements, which you can kind of see from the pictures on the side as well of like the boxes and the elements. So you know that you need to look at the periodic table. So now we're going to analyze the flavor text. It says, good chemists like Marie Curie can connect the dots and look at the big picture. So that tells us that we need to connect the dots. So what are the dots in this case? Can we refer to the numbers? The elements. Yes, the given elements are the dots. That's right. So let's annotate. And so we have hydrogen up here, and we're going to want to connect that to, is that francium? Yeah. So we go hydrogen to francium. Oh my God, these lines are terrible. And then radium to strontium, and like that. And then so on and so forth, right? So we'll just connect them here. So you can see like it's starting to form a word as we're connecting the dots, right? So here's an I, here's an R, here's an E. I mean, we could try to predict the next few letters maybe, or we can just figure it out, I guess. Maybe it could be Ireland, you never know. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, so it's not Ireland. So here's an N. And then we have the last letter, which has the same length as the third letter. So it looks like it'll probably be another E. Right? So the answer to the puzzle is going to be Irene. And here we go. You can see it right here. And Irene is actually the daughter of Marie Curie. So in a way, this answer really makes sense given the puzzle. And sometimes when you're looking at puzzle answers and trying to figure out, oh, which one is the right one, like you might have a couple of different options, it might be good to look at the theme of the puzzle or things in the flavor text to kind of remind you, oh, which answer will be correct. Yeah. And usually it'll be a word or phrase that actually makes sense. So it won't be a random combination of letters. All right, so basic puzzling ideas we're going to go over today is acrostic, indexing, anagramming, alphanumeric kind of stuff. Symbol identification is also really important. And just don't be scared to search things up. I feel like a lot of people are like, they want to just like do the whole puzzle without like looking at other things or something like that. But I feel like go the easy way, you know, do it, just search things up. If you don't know something, just search it up. I feel like that's the easiest way to get things in puzzling. All right, so indexing. So what is indexing? So indexing is to count into a word or a phrase to get a specific letter. So let's say if I had a word and a number, I would count like 1, 2, 3 to get to the third letter, and that's like what the indexing is about. So this is really common mechanism. So any puzzle that has numbers in it and letters in it, you should probably be thinking about indexing because that happens really, really often. And I'm sure quite a few puzzles from our last hunt and our coming hunt will have indexing in them. So, and in any hunt you do, they will probably have indexing because it's very common. And so here's an example. So let's say I had strawberry 4, that would give me the letter A because I would count 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the letter A. So yeah, you all can try this one and tell me what the answer is in the chat. Yeah, it is indeed dog, so very nice. Yeah, so it's dog because we would count D, O, and then G. All right, so the next mechanism we'll be talking about is acrostic. So acrostic is to take the first letter of each word, sentence, or paragraph. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done like acrostic poems before, where they tell you to like put your name down the side and just like write a sentence about yourself on each thing, like describing yourself. And so yeah, that is what acrostic is. It's just taking that first letter. Let's see. So acrostic poems, I just talked about that. And this is kind of like a simpler form, I would say, of indexing, and it also happens really often. A lot of the times you might see acrostic actually in the flavor text to clue something you might need to think about in the puzzle. So example, try it, put the answer in the chat. I might not be able to tell. And yeah, it is, it's again dog. So you can see here, I have some really great examples that are different from each other. And this one, the answer is also dog. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about anagram. So this is just unscrambling letters that have been mixed up. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of an anagram before. There are a couple common ones. And flavor text will probably mention something that is mixed up or not in the right order. And it'll probably say something that makes you think, oh, maybe I need to anagram. Yeah, all right. So I would not recommend trying to anagram in your head or like on paper by yourself. I would recommend just using an online anagram solver. And we'll be talking about a couple more like key resources that we use when we puzzle a little bit later. But yeah, we'll be talking about some great anagram solvers that will help you find those anagrams that you're looking for. And yeah.
Anagramming is probably less common than you think, because usually puzzlers try to make an order.
Yeah, usually puzzlers try to have like an intentional order of things. And anagramming, I don't know, some people look down upon anagramming, but I think it's okay. And a lot of the times these online anagram solvers can also help you find like missing letters. If you're missing some letters in your puzzle answer because you couldn't figure out like a specific part, these can probably help you too. So let's try. So like Iceman equals cinema, you know, that's like a possible anagram. I feel like this one's very common at school. I mean, you can tell me what you think an anagram of this is. Listen. Yes. Remember that anagram solvers increase solving power by at least 200%. Yeah, anagram solvers are quite nice. Lentils, yeah, that's nice. I think that's it. There's an extra L in there in lentils, but that would be cool. ODG equals dog. Yes, Joy, I should have put that. Thank you. Anagram equals nagaram. Yes, I like those. All right. Now alphanumeric. So this is kind of what you think it was. It's like this. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, etc., etc. It's just number to letter. And use this when you have a string of numbers and no letters. And this is also relatively common, I would say. It's where they want you to convert some numbers into letters so you can get like the final phrase. I feel like it's usually one of the steps along the route and not the full puzzle. And here's an example. So let's say 1 equals A, 2 equals B, 26 equals C. What number would D be? Well, that's going to be, it's right here. That would be 4. And what letter is 6? That would be F. And so let's say I have this string of numbers. What does that give us? Hopefully you guys can see this thing here, or you could just search it up. You know, there are online solvers for this as well. Search, you could probably search up something like A1Z26, or just like alphanumeric table, things like that. Oh, yes, I really like teammate meta meta. That's nice. Yes. Yes. All right, you guys are getting it. I like pie. Very simple. I should have done dog again. I know I disappointed the masses, but yes. Ciphers. So this is one of the other things we're going to be talking about. So ciphers. I know there's like a couple puzzles that we did maybe last time that had ciphers. Grocery shopping. I'm kind of proud of that one, but yeah, that had a cipher, the Caesar cipher, which is a simple alphabetic shift. So how this works is like you have a string of letters and you just choose a number like 1, 1 or 2 or 3, and you'll just shift the whole thing over. And so yeah, so let's say we had ABC and we wanted to shift it 3, it would become DEF. It's quite simple. So like if we're going to compare that to the alphanumeric we had earlier, it would be like doing 1 plus 3, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 3. Yeah. It's all going to be shifted by the same amount. And yeah, VME shift 2 is dog. And Vigenère cipher. So this one's a little bit more complicated than Caesar cipher because each letter is shifted a different amount based on a keyword. And like each letter has like a different value, right? And the key will also have each letter has a different value. And so yeah, how ciphers usually work is like, there's a couple different types of ciphers. There are some ciphers that are more like picture based, and there's some ciphers that are like this. And then ciphers just get more and more complicated, and that's what computers kind of use to encode things in their own way. A very complex cipher. How about time? Yeah. So, yes, the vinegar cipher. Yes. All right. The session will end probably relatively soon, I would say. Like, I don't know. I can't give that big of an estimate. And so, yeah, this is very difficult to do by hand. And so online decoders are really helpful when doing a Vigenère cipher and a Caesar cipher. So we're going to be talking about the one that we use a little bit later. And yeah, so finally, I'll just talk about looking for common symbols. So elements of the puzzle can be interpreted as like chemical names. These are all common things: state codes, area codes, phone number stuff, braille, semaphore, which is like flags, people holding them at different positions, represent like different letters, and many others. So flags, other types of flags is also really common. So yeah, the internet is your friend. And here we're talking about some resources we use. So Nutramatic is what we use to anagram and find missing letters and pretty much anything. So Nutramatic is like our favorite tool, and we really recommend you use it. It'll definitely help you a lot. Yes, Nutramatic is the best team. I know some people had trouble finding Puerto Rico last time for, what was it? For contagion. Nutramatic probably would have told you that. Decode is what we use for ciphers. This is like a French and English website, and they have like pretty much any kind of cipher you might really think of. And OHEX has more resources as well that are similar to this. And Google, just Google things. Google reverse image search, TinEye, things like that, Internet is your friend. All right, some more puzzles. So first we're gonna go over a puzzle that was in our previous hunt, and this one's going to be Prima. I think it's a really good example of the stuff we just talked about. So here's the puzzle. Here's the title, Prima. Here's flavor text. As we celebrate female first in STEM, let's talk about the fundamentals of ballet. These are the things all beginners learn before they participate in famous ballets. Let's follow a ballerina through her positions during ballet class. Ballet has always been particularly physical. All right. And then it gives you all of these lines connected to these dancers, and we have to figure out what we should do. It's puzzle time, yes. All right, so Prima. What should we try first? Any ideas? First, haha, yes, acrostic. So as we celebrate female first in STEM, blah, blah. So here we have first, I circled it because we need to try acrostic, like all of you guys said. And so into novice dance exercises, XOXO gives us index. Okay, we're going to come back to this because that clearly is important as we have just talked about indexing. So let's go chin in now. Don't ever relax. Elbow locks, Lillian, Anna. What does that give us? Quite long. Please don't annotate on the screen.
Another way you might realize this is that these are really, really weird sentences.
Yeah, these are quite weird. And spine lengthened, extend ever poised importance. Yeah, these are extremely weird. So what is this one? Sleeping Beauty. Neatly under the center, rotational axis, Clarice, Kathleen. This one is, I'm assuming you guys got it, Nutcracker. And the last one is going to be Swan Lake. So clearly there's a theme here. All right. So they're different famous ballets: Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Nutcracker, Swan Lake. Yes, very nice. So we should try indexing, but how do you know by how much for each term, right? Like, we know we need to index, but we don't know by what number. So that's probably what's going to give us the answer, but we don't know. So what should we do? Ballet positions, yes. So here, talking about positions right here in the flavor text, that clues it, and also the famous dances we just saw. Let's try searching for ballet positions, and here's the ballet position, yes. All right, so what's this one? First position, this one. It's third position. It might be hard to see because of the arms, but I would just look at the feet and you can kind of see. And then this one's going to be fifth position. This one is fourth position. Okay, so now we know about how much to index, so we're on track. So here we go. Cinderella 1, Sleeping Beauty 3, Nutcracker 5, Swan Lake 4, and the answer is, drop it in the chat. Yeah. CERN. I think this is like a science conference in Europe. Yeah, it is related to the theme, and it's short and kind of sweet. Yeah, because I thought it was wrong. So sometimes you can just search up the puzzle answers, see if something comes up that makes sense. That could help you out too. All right, so now we're going to do a puzzle from a different puzzle hunt, and this is Vertically Challenged from a Smogan puzzle hunt. And yeah, I did Smogan puzzle hunt with a couple of the other people from our puzzle team, Zain and Shrikar. I don't think they're on the call right now, but yeah, we did it together. And yeah, it was really cool. Kind of a Pokemon themed hunt, and I recommend you guys check it out if you want to. Yeah. Yes, it was very confusing to look at first, like what are these ink blobs? Why I thought it was like paper chromatography, but I couldn't figure out like how that would work at all. So there's a lot to decode in the flavor text. So let's read. Magikarp's trying to get a jump on the rest by doing some training, but it looks like someone sabotaged the equipment. All right. So let's take a closer look at the flavor text. I've enlarged it. So let's see, Magikarp and jump. What does that relate to? Anybody know? I feel like I've done this before. Yeah, this might have been on the forum. So Magikarp and jump. Anybody know something? Magikarp jump is a game, indeed. And training also looks kind of weird here. And also the thing about sabotaging the equipment. And so we need to search up the game Magikarp Jump. You guys can do that if you want. And how might training be important in the game, and what is used, essentially, to use an arrow. And let's talk about sabotaging the equipment. Well, we can kind of clearly see that from the puzzle. Like, all the things are blurred out and messed up. So it refers to messed up images. So now we've kind of like broken down all the flavor text to give us the components we need to think about. So Magikarp Jump, training, and messed up images. All right, so that's what we know right now. Here are the images. Has anyone searched up Magikarp Jump training? Want to tell me what they might be related to? You guys can search it up. But we see that Magikarp Jump has several training options with very interesting colors. Yes, thank you for the wiki link. And so here, sandbag slam, a bunch of random things. And we see they do kind of connect, right? Like Frost Cruncher, probably this one. So yeah, very cool. We like to see it. All right. See anything that matches up? Yes, we do. All right, so let's try matching them up. What's this one? Drop it in the chat. First one, 6 reps. Pokeball Smash, yeah. Next one. To the next one, Sandbag Slam. Next one. This one's actually Soccer Ball Smash. This one was kind of hard. Some of them are easier than other ones. And the next one is 2 reps one right here. Tackle Machine. Yes. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's breaking down. I'm just gonna quickly go through the other ones: power generator, double push, etc., etc. Timber. Yes. And bow door push. And last one. All right. Jump counter is the last one. So yeah, now we see all of these numbers and we know what each of these things is referring to. So we have it right here. What will we do now? What do we do now with the reps? Any ideas? One of the things we have just talked about. We index. Woohoo! Love indexing. All right, so let's do it. A, N, S, and you might be like, okay, this is something that some puzzles do with their answer line, is that they start with answer is or answer blank, something like that, and you just take what's afterwards. This just makes it easier for us sometimes to puzzle. And so we're going to index through the whole thing and we're going to get age of expansion. So that's the answer to this puzzle. You see, it doesn't really relate as much to the theme of the actual puzzle. And this happens because we need to write meta puzzles. And sometimes you'll be able to tell just because it's a phrase that makes sense, essentially. Answer, age of expansion. When you know the extraction, but not how to do the puzzle. Yeah, I immediately knew it was going to be indexing, but I didn't know what the blobs were. And that was the more complicated part, I guess. So now we're going to be talking about meta puzzles. So some puzzle hunts have a meta, and meta puzzles use the previous puzzle's answers to solve them. It's kind of like a combination of the puzzles before it, and you don't necessarily need every puzzle to solve the meta. You probably only need like a majority of the puzzles or a couple puzzles. And sometimes after we figure out a meta puzzle, we can actually back solve and solve the ones we haven't solved before. So yeah, meta puzzles just use your previous puzzle answers and make a new puzzle. All right, so here's a meta puzzle from Puzzle Potluck 3, which is one of our favorite puzzle hunts that we've done this summer. And you guys can take a look at it and just say what do you think? Any ideas so far? New traumatic over, yes. Yeah, I also thought, what is ants age? And Zion was like, are you dumb? But yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, so here's a meta example from Puzzle Potluck 3. And the flavor text says, you've collected all of the wedges and completed the wheel, but it seems like whoever replaced the trivia questions with puzzles also tried to sabotage the final question card. And so here's another example of like saying sabotage, where you can see things are messed up. So clearly it has been sabotaged. All right. And so here's what the main puzzle page looks like. So there's Trivial Pursuit, and there's the puzzle thing with like words on it and stuff like that. And so we can see here that the colors of the Trivial Pursuit puzzle names, so these are the puzzles you have previously solved to get to the meta puzzle. And here is the meta puzzle. So you can see that they match up. So clearly they have some sort of thing relating to it. And so answers from the puzzles in order are Promised Land, Art Therapy, Lead the Pack. And we're going to have a couple answers here that we're going to leave blank to show that you can do the puzzle without having all of the answers. All right, so here we go. Game on. And so you can see here that there's the same number of questions and puzzles in the hunt, and there's a color correspondence. So you know that there's going to be a direct connection between the questions that we were seeing earlier, trivia questions, and our puzzle answers, which is what makes it a meta. So this will be telling you, what to do now. and it's relating to the theme, Trivial Pursuit. All right, so here are the trivia answers and the puzzle answers. Anybody see anything like common between these two? Same letters, number of letters? Yes, number of letters. That is what we were looking for. Right, and then we look at this card, and for a long time we thought this puzzle had something to do with ASL or American Sign Language, but it didn't. And sometimes you do get stuck, and that's okay. We always get stuck. I feel like every single puzzle hunt, we get stuck on something, always. And sometimes it's something really simple, and afterwards you'll be like, oh my gosh. But sometimes it's like, oh, once you get past that point, you'll be like, I had an epiphany. It'll be great. So we eventually, so yeah, that's what we get from here. So moving on, we see there's these like blacked out boxes, and we're like, okay. And we look back at the flavor text, and it mentioned also tried to sabotage the final question card. So maybe we need to figure out what has been sabotaged. What are the letters that we're missing? And yeah, here's a red box around the word sabotage. And so what are the letters that we're missing? That probably has some sort of importance. And so here they are, G, E, H, A, L, S, N, S, L. And so when we look back at the trivia answers, we see that all of these letters actually, so yeah, G, H, L, N, and S, all of these letters actually appear in the trivia answers, and they actually appear twice. This is a coincidence that is not going to be a coincidence because it is actually the MEC. So here we see the sabotage letter, trivia answer, and then we just match it up to the puzzle answer, and we start seeing a word form. So you see here, snap, and then we see D-E-O-N. Anybody have an idea as to what the answer might be? Yeah, you can just look it up. It's from the actual game, Trivial Pursuit. You might not need to use Nutramatic to get this. Snap, D, there's going to be 4 letters between that, and then O-N. Yeah, I mean, you can try using Nutramatic, but actually we will be showing you Nutramatic in a second, so you might not need to. So yeah, through Googling, you can find an image of the card. You can figure out which letters have been removed and figure out the answers to the trivia questions also from Google. So yeah, you have to use Google for this puzzle. And there are some puzzles where you're gonna have to use Google. There are some puzzles maybe you can cruise by with like your innate knowledge or something like that. But there's gonna be a lot of puzzles where you have to use Google. Yes, okay, so Nutramatic is useful. This is gonna be us pretty much telling you that Nutramatic is very useful. And this is what you would get if you put it into Nutramatic. You get snap decision as the first thing, snap devotion, snap depend on, snap debate on, snap, you know, like everything. And this answer will make sense because the next world or level of Puzzle Potluck is actually based on, yeah, the next level is actually based on Avengers and Marvel. So, you know, snap. So yeah, that was quite cool. And that's how they connected the two parts of their puzzle hunt. So here's where I'll talk a little bit more about puzzle hunts, because sometimes puzzle hunts have more than one section. So you'll finish like the first part, which is usually the easier part, and then you'll have a meta puzzle for all of those beginning puzzles, and then you'll have another round, and then some puzzle hunts have like a lot of rounds actually. I think MIT Mystery Hunt has like 20 rounds or something like that. It's kind of insane, but most puzzle hunts only have like a couple, like two or 1 or 3, something like that. So yeah, now we're going to be talking about some additional tips. Just, you know, take a problem, break it into manageable pieces. Usually puzzles are like a couple steps, and each of them is like their own small contained thing, and they just connect to each other. Look for stuff that stands out, like Julie was talking about earlier. Some of these things look really weird, and you're gonna have to see them. And like those like Sharpied out letters, I mean, yeah, it look weird, so we're gonna have to look at things that stand out. And try different techniques. Like sometimes one cipher won't work. They might be alluding to a different cipher. I might be talking about like base 64, ASCII or something like that. And you're just gonna have to look out for that kind of stuff. Like indexing and acrostic and alphanumeric are common enough that they might not even clue them. They might think that, oh, you'll know to do them. And so if you don't know something, just search for it. Google search is your best friend. And then, yeah, lastly, it's just solve with friends. That's why we say, you know, solving with a team is really great because you can get those multiple different perspectives and make it a lot more fun, honestly. And it's, yeah, like Grace said, it's important to get multiple perspectives. And lastly, take breaks and refresh your mind. Like at a certain point, you'll just be way too tired to actually solve any puzzles. And that's a time where, you know, you should go to bed or you should go outside, read something, eat something, you know, and come back to it. You might have that breakthrough that you've been looking for. All right, and here are some bonus resources. Right here, and talking about some of the hunts that we've done this summer. We've done the puzzle potluck, which was really, really cool. We talked about the meta. We've done a couple of the hunts that some of you guys have made. So those have been really nice as well. We did slogan puzzle hunt, which is in here too. And I really enjoyed Kobe's Curious Cook-Off. That's like a more easy puzzle hunt. So I would recommend you guys try it out because it has a lot of cool puzzles and I think you would enjoy it. Yes, the cook-off. And yeah, there's going to be a forum thread to help you find root teammates. And we're gonna, we're gonna be doing that a little closer to the hunt probably. And yeah, so the forum is a great resource. And thanks for coming. I'm gonna stop sharing now. Any questions, you can drop them in the chat right now and we'll answer them. Yeah. And Joy and Julia, any more comments you want to say? Yeah, we'll be sending a copy of the slides from today a little bit later. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I guess that's it. See you at our puzzle hunt in November. It's gonna be really fun. Yes. Hopefully this is helpful. Is everything based on American time? We're still working out the details of how to like coordinate with like the different time zones, but we'll let you know. And you should have enough time to at least make a significant dent into the puzzle hunt. We hope that you guys will be able to solve the whole thing because that would be cool. Oh no, 4 a.m. All right, so I guess that's it. Thanks for coming. Yay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Oh yeah, and guys, watch out because we're gonna be posting sample puzzles soon, in the next month. So, check the forum. Forum is a really, really good resource. So, yeah. Stay updated on there. You can follow us on our social media pages too. We have a lot going on. But yeah, like the forum, great resource, especially for puzzling, and we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, I'll put the PowerPoint onto the forum as well, a link to it. So yeah, look out for that.
All right,
If you're into math, we have a lot of math stuff going on as well.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
We have a math competition coming up as well. So I have a lot. Definitely stay updated on our forum. We have a ton coming ahead. So
Will the problems be released afterwards? What problems? Like the math problems? After the competition? Julie, you want to say?
For sure.
Yeah.
All of our competitions will, after it's over, we're going to release them in open forum threads talking about them, which I think is super fun. Another thing you can do is look at all the forum threads from last year that started the second the puzzle hunt ended, and you can see every puzzle hunt and girls discussing their solution.
Yeah. We do also have like an official solution packet for our last 10 if you would want to go look at that. All right.